My name is Gary the Numbers Guy. This is the 305. I mean, you can see it right there, right?
Let's go.
And these are my tag team partners.
Your boy Fresh is back. Let's go.
Dom Luker back in it.
You know, before we start the podcast today, I just want to take a second to talk to the audience. Mm-hmm. I know you guys are going to clip this up, so let me make this clear. You guys just think you see a podcast over here. That's not what's actually going on here. What you actually see is the influencer access to the White House.
Yeah.
That's what this is. This is the only man that you can get through because you're in that room of, 50 people?
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely the darkest guy there. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So if you want to get through the White House, you're going to have to go through him. That's just straight facts. Now, here's the thing. You go over here to this corner, at some point in the very man, slow down, man. At some point in the very, very near future, if you want a contract in this business,
you gotta go through.
You're gonna have to go through us.
Let's go.
So this is what you actually see here. This is not just the 305. That's the number 8. 8 in numerology is what? Power. This is what this is. This is what we assembled here.
Yep.
We're the fucking Avengers. Even though I like Thanos better. We're the fucking Avengers of the goddamn influencer world. Remember that.
Also, keep in mind, we all have our different audiences as well and our different paths that we go on. But at the same time, we can't get to make this podcast what it is today. Dom does the news.
Yep.
You do numerology. I do networking. But
hold on. You gotta do that over, bro.
What?
You didn't do justice to that, man. You keep over flexing over here, man. This is the king of Twitter.
Okay.
This is the access to the White House.
Okay.
I am the Michael Jordan on my fucking field. As a matter of fact, you might be the Gary Greenberg of his. But when it comes to you, my friend, you are the influencer extreme here because you network your ass in here.
Always.
So again, man, we got people don't give us credit. They just want to talk shit on Twitter. And I understand, because when you're a loser and you got nothing going for you, what else are you going to do besides talk shit? But at the end of the day, you're there, we're here, because we ain't the same, bro.
All right.
So what's happening now in the news is kind of crazy. They're bringing about digital ID in the UK. It's a thing now. And, of course, China has had this for quite some time. The only issue is that right now, if you look at it from the standpoint of what's happening in the future, with digital ID, you end up becoming a slave. Now, people are like, oh, it's for immigration, to stop people from coming into the country. No, nigga. It's for control over you. So I just think people don't understand what's happening with digital ID. But to me, it's more like, if they look past the 1 year, the 2 year, and the longevity, it's going to fuck all of us up. So I think it's really bad. What do you think, Dom?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, though. But if you look at 2020, you could see UK was going to be pretty much one of the first nations to be caught up to be selected for this. Because in 2020, they submitted like no other. In 2020, they shut down all of their businesses. There was no rejection whatsoever. People didn't come outside. There were no riots. They just sat there and submitted. In 2020, I truly do believe 2020 was like a testing periods for every nation to know how far they can push their people. So in 2020, every government has at least a sample size to know what their people would do if they tried to overstep their authority. And they know through validated fact for at least 2 years that the UK citizens wouldn't do anything. I mean, I think just because America fought back so much is why we wouldn't see it. But at the same time, there was still enough submission in America that I think, like you said when we was on the balcony, it's inevitable for it to reach our country. But it'll take much longer because they see that we still ready to resist. But if they continue to dumb down the masses, continue to make men more submissive, continue to let women start to rule relationships, it won't be long before.
And Dom, let's not forget, Gary, let's not forget as well, people being arrested in UK for their tweets.
How
many?
12,000
shit's crazy, dude.
Have been arrested for tweets. I want to put this in perspective.
Insane.
Communist China and mob-run Russia combined have done less than the UK. As a matter of fact, like if I'm advising Donald Trump, I put sanctions on the UK. Because quite frankly, this is not a democratic nation to any stretch of the imagination. I feel more safe and I feel I have more rights in Russia. I feel I have more rights in some Middle Eastern countries than that shithole called the UK. So when it comes down to it, we need to stand up as Americans and say, you know what? we're going to sanction you guys because we don't like what you're doing with your people.
Yeah.
You have gone overboard. And as for what Dom said about the UK being taken over, I mean, let's face it, you crackers in the UK are soft. At least we put up a fight over here, man. But
Canada
then
is
again,
too.
we have guns. By the way, that open carry here in Florida is something else. You see people on motorcycles with AKs and shit like that.
Yeah,
we're getting real GTA around
It's
here.
getting wild, man.
Well, open carry to me, I think is it sounds good. It's a bit scary because let's say, for example, there's a altercation. Someone's gun is out, and they feel like it's a threat. Then it's a shootout.
Yeah.
And I think people are already
This ain't
crazy in
Chicago,
Florida,
bro.
huh?
This ain't Chicago.
Oh,
bro.
you'd be surprised, bro. There's hood places here that niggas will pop
It's
off.
demonic.
Hialeah or something like that.
Hialeah,
Yeah.
no. I'm talking about like pork and beans,
Yep, pork and
like
beans.
the
The
shit like
gardens.
that, the gardens.
Yep.
So, but the point is that open carry just means people know you have a gun. I think it's better to conceal, have it hidden so they don't know, and move with caution and proceed. But at that point, they're gonna. I guarantee you, they're gonna blitz something bad for open carry to bring about the next change in legislation. I guarantee you.
Regardless,
Yep.
we have our freedoms right now.
We do.
Because of the Second Amendment. They didn't clap down on us as hard as they did in Australia, Canada, UK, that shithole called France. They didn't clap down here as hard because it wasn't actually mandatory for a lot of people. They encouraged it. They prevented you from doing certain things if you didn't have it, but they didn't force you to take it like they did in other countries because we have gun rights.
But what's crazy about Canada is the fact that I don't know if you. Well, I'm sure that you remember that. What was it? Just about 20 years ago, Canada was assumed to have more immigration than the United States. It was actually a trend when I was a kid for people to want to grow up and move to Canada because they believed that was the next place to be.
Yeah.
It wasn't until they gave up their guns that everything changed within about 4 years. It only takes 4 years for a nation to lose itself after giving up their guns. To me, I feel like it's the single most important right that a citizen can have because in every single nation, they don't last 4 years after giving up their guns. It could be propaganda to make it appear as if it's safer, but the problems that arise, especially with crime and immigration, it destroys the nation.
It was even worse in Australia, Port Arthur. Port Arthur incident, all of a sudden they took everyone's guns away within 18 months after that.
Damn.
So, what we're looking at here is America is the only real beacon of freedom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because here, the Second Amendment protects the First Amendment. And you guys in your other countries around the world, you don't have that right. You can't criticize your leader in China and Russia, or you're going to end up in prison or something way worse. You can't actually assemble in a lot of countries. Here, I can criticize my leader. If you want to say F Trump, you can do that. If you want to say F Biden, you can do that. And you don't have to expect the secret police at your door. In the most of nations in the world, that's what the reality is.
Yeah.
You talk shit about your leader, secret police is knocking, as we see in the UK.
Rest in peace to a great YouTuber, Red Pill. He was over there in Ukraine. And remember he was making those videos about what's happening in the war, give people the actual information, and then they came to his door and they took him and he ended up dying. He tried to escape and they got him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a while back, but no. To your point, Gary, I was in Europe for a couple weeks actually with some good friends, and I can't imagine living there, bro. People want to move to the U.S. They want to move to Miami, L.A. They're tired of being held down and stuck in the cycle because, bro, Europe is cooked, bro. Like that shit is terrible. Like it's beautiful to visit, but to live there, fuck no. Hell
And
no.
you say the depression is higher than the U.S. to you?
Bro, the weather sucks in the UK, bro. The people are like fucking NPCs, and you know the worst part? For your tweets, you get arrested, bro. Dude,
Yeah,
dog. I mean, as a
crazy.
Twitter expert, that's crazy, isn't it?
You're gone. Yeah. You're gone completely. It's sad. I mean, what you're seeing now happen in the UK is actually worse, like you said, Gary, than what's going on in China.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that it's real communist. It's real communism. But I don't really believe that America could last forever because if the world evolves, and that's going to be the narrative that they try to push, they're going to try to push that the world is evolving and that America is barbaric because we're holding on to our old ways. When everyone else in the world gives up their guns, and we're the last one to have our guns, they're going to make it like we're a product of the past. The same thing like gay marriage. I mean, it's only inevitable. The entire world will start giving tariffs to us, start restricting us until we bend a knee and join the rest of the world and evolve because they'll say, well, this is the next part of human evolution.
As long as we have the biggest, baddest economy, as long as we have the biggest, baddest military, as long as we control the Federal Reserve, the rest of the world, read my lips, can kiss my ass.
And that's the scary part. The world could actually take those things away from us. If the entire world at one
It
time.
would be difficult, but it is heading on that trajectory because the American dollar isn't what it used to be. And quite frankly, I do believe the Federal Reserve is going to pull some kind of stunt with cryptocurrency to get rid of the debt. Just basically get rid of all of it because that's a weapon the CCP, the Chinese have over us. They can hold that debt. So if we can somehow get rid of that debt, all of a sudden we're kind of liberated in a sense.
Yeah. So we have some videos to cover digital ID. Guys, this is serious, man. A while ago, we spoke about the Matrix. Of course, you guys know Garry has as well in the past. And what's crazy is that at the end of the day, if you look at digital ID for what it is, you could some call it a marketing beast. Some call it like, the pathway to hell. But all it is to control you. That's all it really is. So let's bring the first one up. Should be the last articles in the chat. Here we go.
All right. Ready. Say no right now. Former Vice President at Pfizer, Dr. Mike Yeadon, urges you to reject digital ID, CBDCSs, and UN Agenda 2030. By 2030, you will not be able to leave the country. You will not be able to own private transport. You will have a digital ID to do everything, and you will only have electronic money to which you transact. I would say at this point you are a slave, and because you can see them coming, you should say no. Say no right now.
Here we go.
I mean, this does sound like the mark of the beast. I mean, that's
crazy. That's what I'm saying, bro. Whatever it is not good. So let's play it.
We are living in a tyrannical situation where there's only 2 clicks left when you are required to have digital ID to move around and have a life, and when cashless central bank digital currencies are the only way you can buy and sell. At that point, you've lost your freedom. If you follow the breadcrumbs to 2030, anyone can look up the UN 2030 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. By 2030, Britain specifically will have no commercial passenger aircraft leaving the country. You will not be able to leave. There will be no ships leaving the country. You will not own private transport. You will have a digital ID to do everything, and you will only have electronic money with which to transact.
What?
I would say at that point you are a slave, and because you can...
Fellas.
Not in America.
What if I told you that's coming to America?
Not before 2030.
What if I told you, Garry, this is coming to America at some point? Guaranteed.
I do believe they've been testing on this, like the real ID. You know, they did the real ID thing. I think they tested us with some stuff like that.
Of course. It always hits America last because we put up the most resistance.
Yeah, we hit last.
So this might hit that shithole called the UK. Yeah. This might hit a lot of other countries, but we will resist to a certain point.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, if it happens here, we will be the absolute last ones. I promise you that much.
But this is
we got guns, baby.
Yeah. We do have guns, and that's thank God we do. However,
they got drones.
When people
see them coming, you should say no.
When people
say no right now.
When people actually request government help, they say, "Listen, government, we need help. We're struggling. We need to pay our bills. Help us." You know what they're gonna say? Don't worry, Americans. We're here to save you. Once again, here's something you can use to buy and sell, and we'll pay you every month. They're gonna say, "Fuck yeah, let's take it." EBT cards.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, dude, this is actually
basic income. We talked about that. Yeah, when the AIs take the jobs, you're gonna need basic income to cover all the people who lost their money, and they're gonna give it to them in electronic certificates. But if you have money, I want to see them force us to give our dour bill. See, it's going to be a 2-tier system.
Yes.
Right now, it's a 3-tier system. You have the rich, you have the middle class, which is by far the most important, and you have the poor
class. Yeah.
And what's going to happen is that middle class is going to fucking get squeezed to the point where of every 10 people, 3 go up, 7 go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're going to have that 2-tier system where the people on the top, oh, we still got money. We still got cash because we don't need that system. We don't need that EBT. They're not going to force us in the United States of America to the rich people. The poor people are going to have no choice. And that is why I told you people for the past year, if you don't get rich by 2029, you cooked. I ain't talking to them. I'm talking to you. If you're not rich by 2029, it's over. You have no more chances.
Yeah.
The greatest threat about it is the fact that with the digital ID system, they already know they have groups of millions of Americans that will willingly take it on the first day if they identify with a party. If this system came out as a liberal system and they tell us to trust the science, we already know these people, millions of liberals will take it gladly, and they'll try to shame conservatives into not taking it or embracing the future. We saw it with COVID. If it comes out under a liberal ideology, you're going to have millions to take it. And that itself gives it power because, man, there's going to be so many conservatives that go broke, can't travel, seeing liberals live their best life. After a while, I think they'll start to submit. It's just the fact that so many will willingly take it on the start. It'll be inevitable. Liberals will do it. Liberals will give up their rights. They will give up their rights, especially if it comes to the guise of being a liberal. If they say it's a liberal system, they would take it, they will brag about it, and say it's the next best thing.
Let me ask you something fresh. Did you take the vax?
Of course not.
Did you take the vax?
I'm conservative, all of us are.
Okay, so no one took the vax. So obviously their shit didn't work that well, and we didn't give in.
But that's the same thing that would happen, though. So this is the difference. We still seen a lot of conservatives take the vaccine.
Yep.
Like, what, 60%, 70% of the country still took the vaccine, and they broke down after a while because they needed their jobs because they're not rich. The same is going to happen with digital income. About 70% within 2 years will take that.
Yes.
30% will be free. We won't be able to beat the 70s.
So hold on. Just at the Dom's point, these people don't work off of, I'm going to force you. It's off of, you're going to need me.
Yeah,
they
man,
make it so, they create chaos to bring order. Gary, you're giving too much credit, bro. Sorry. You're not giving too much credit. This is where people say, you know what? We need control. And these motherfuckers are below us. So to control them, we'll give them some leeway, give them some hope, and then say, just take it all away and say, listen, you want some help? We got you. By the way, I come up with a list of companies that are firing people today, and it's so extensive, bro. It's fucking at least 5 pages, right? Yeah. Just start off with this list here because people are losing jobs by the second, guys. So we got companies like, for example, Coca-Cola. They are laying off 600 jobs every quarter. We got as well SoftBank, pharmaceutical. What this one's a little bit pharmaceutical. Dell, UPS, HBC. Who else?
Amazon already got
Chevron.
rid of 10,000.
So listen, we got UPS 20,000 laid off. Dell 12,000. Nissan 11,000. Intel 10,000. Microsoft 9,000. HBC 8,300. Chevron 8,000. DHL 8,000. BP 7,000. Audi 7,000. Now, those numbers seem very small on a grand scale, but this is happening quarterly, which means by the end of the year, minimal, right? It's going to be at least double that. And as well, keep in mind, these jobs are not getting replaced. Once they're gone because AI is here to stay. So that means you lost your job or need a new job. Where are you getting a job? Now to have AI in your place.
By knowing me and you.
There you go. But the point is that, like, now you're cooked because you can't replace that income. You can't make more money. So then what do? Oh, well, Uncle Sam, big brother, I need some help. Here you go. Digital ID. You want some money to spend this month? Yeah. You want to pay your bills, take your kids? Here you go. So now, not only is it a requirement, it's a necessity. You understand? So, bro, you're saying it's not coming. Well, it's coming fast, bro. I'm telling you.
It's scary. Very,
very scary. So, fellas, this is no joke, fellas. The New World Order is here to stay. But you got to say no if you can.
And you see the old world order crashing in front of us because what was not allowed to be spoken 2 years ago is now being blasted on fucking microphones. So you see the old world order crashing in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
Because what is happening now would have got you really messed up a couple years ago. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
So we have a new world order coming, and the old power is literally losing power in front of your eyes. And this is something that would have been unbelievable a couple years ago. And now you actually see it. So what I'm basically trying to tell you is sometimes, and again, I'm sure I'm going to get chewed out for this. They're going to call me all the name in the book. But sometimes it's better to deal with the devil you know than the devil you don't. Because this devil I know, I'm still a millionaire. This devil
Gary.
I know, you have 1.8 black millionaires in this country.
Gary.
So I'm just keeping it real.
Can I add to your point? People wanted to change so bad. They said, fuck the old system. We need something new. But they didn't understand the new was coming with more control, more restrictions, and to your detriment. They're like, this is bad. Get rid of these people. And you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, You think it's bad now? Wait till they leave the system and it's now AI controlled and no motions. No motions, of course, and it's just straight computers, numbers, and digital. Dude, we're cooked.
Yeah.
Like, okay, back in the day, you could hustle, struggle, make shit happen, and still make it out. And this tyrannical system that's coming now, bro, you are cooked. There's no like, I'm gonna work hard. Bro, it is either you comply or good fucking bye. And that's it. So, fellas, you got what you wanted. You want a new system? Here you go. New order, here to stay. By the way, another article here. You got it, Tom?
Well, yeah, Keir Starmer. Let me spell this out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have a digital ID. Keir Starmer has now addressed the UK public, saying the digital ID will now be required to work in this country. But here's the truth. They only succeed if we comply. There is power in numbers. Remember, they tried to make a vaccine mandatory for all NHS staff? Enough people stood up and said no, and it collapsed. It became impossible to enforce. The same applies now. If we unite and refuse a digital ID, their plan cannot work. Do not give away your freedom for the illusion of security. Stand strong and say no together.
There we go.
This is not a legitimate government. This is not a legitimate leader. This man belongs in a fucking mental facility, not fucking the prime minister's office.
I agree. Let's play it though.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
Communist.
It's as simple as that. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems. And that is why today I am announcing.
This guy belongs in a straight jacket.
Yo, dude, this right here is the beginning of the end. And you probably playing fresh, you're scared, bro, you're fearful. Nigga, I'm fucking aware.
Yeah.
This shit is not no joke, bro. Dude, back in this Bible study, when this is be a church, bro, they spoke about the movie Left Behind. You see that movie? Where the end of the world's happening. People are like, oh, things are fine, whatever. Nah, nigga, this shit happens like that. And what's happening here is in front of our faces. They're telling you, you can't work. You can't buy and sell. Oh, Dom, what does that sound like?
It's
Mark of the Beast.
It does.
Bro, so I don't know if I'm just shouting out the clouds here. Some common sense, but dude, this is fucking scary.
It's even worse when you think about almost everything that they promised people with the digital ID, this new safety, is the same thing they promised them of giving up their guns. They were saying you were going to be safe. They were saying that you wouldn't have to have these security issues. And if you just give us these guns, we aren't going to touch you again. This is going to fix all your problems.
Dom, real quick. So I was in Europe, right? I saw some people that are pretty high up there, and they gave their guns away, a while ago. And the argument is, okay, well, there's no mass shootings here. I said, nigga.
How many stabbings are there? How many stabbings? What matters how you get killed.
Yeah, it don't matter.
But you're being chefed every fucking day, and the police can't save you, right? Okay, cool. But you know the worst part about this? If Americans give up their guns, we are cooked, just like them. So to Gary's point, we cannot give up our guns. That's the end of the end of it. However, I'm worried because at this point, they're so far ahead of the curve, ahead of us. People are not going to wake up. They'll be like, you know what? Government, help me. And they won't even realize what's happening in front of their eyes. But us, of course, that are kind of up there, understand what's happening, can prepare, but they have no clue. So it's hard to get us because our audience isn't everybody.
So again, we're not stopping this.
No.
We're not telling you, do something to stop this.
No.
What we're telling you is get enough money so you're in that 20, 30% who's going to be outside of this fucking bullshit.
100%.
Because let me tell you something. The people at the top, they're always above the system.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, there's something called the Epstein list. That tells you right there, people at the top, they're above a certain system.
So I just think people need to prepare for yourself and your family. And if you don't prepare,
what would you do, Fresh?
So this is what I would do. I'll get multiple passports. If I can, I'll get 2 minimum. Either one here in America, of course, and then one overseas. Get property overseas. Have an offshore account, legally, of course. And if you can, put money away, in a certain place. I'll just leave it there. Get some crypto. Get some things you can walk with, like gold, silver. You get tangible, and you can sell anywhere around the world. But also keep in mind, you need to have money. If you sit here and say, oh, I have a lot of debt, woe is me, yeah, you're stuck here, which means they got you. See, because the debt is keeping you here controlled. you got a mortgage, you got a home, you got student loans. You're not going nowhere. Even with a passport, this is your life. But if you're debt free, now you got options. I can travel, I have access, I have money. Now you're free. But as a citizen of the United States, most people are in debt, which means you're stuck here almost forever unless you escape. But mind you, if the new system comes about and you're still in debt, they own you. So I just think that people need to understand from the very beginning, get your passports, get your money up, pay off your debt, and find an escape plan. And a lot of Americans that are successful, they're doing that. They move into Curacao, they move into like obviously Dubai. They're getting out of the US. Why is that? Something here is coming very fast.
Even with that, I mean, even creators, they aren't going to be safe, to be honest. It's over for everyone if it does come, because
yes, nobody's safe.
They can simply just lock down our YouTube channels without verification of digital ID the same way they can with license. YouTube lockdown, bank accounts locked down until you verify ID. They can do this now without a driver license. All they have to do is just change the verification process from driver license to digital ID. Imagine everything that you have to verify with your social, your birth certificate, and your ID, and it be transitioned all to the digital ID. We'd be done.
Dom, imagine your stock accounts.
Everything's
bank account.
gone. Yeah, it's gone, bro.
It's all digital, right? Guess what happens?
Yeah,
They
it's
say,
gone.
cut this nigga off right now.
I'll be done. It's over.
So I just think the illusion of control and hope we have here is minimal at best. But what can we do right now? Like I said before, find an
Get
escape
rich.
plan.
Get rich. That's it. That's the only thing you can do.
And fellas, for the actual spiritual people out here that understand what's happening, this is actually a spiritual war. It's not physical. So you can't fight people like this physically. You're dumb if you try to. You got to fight them spiritually. You can say your prayers, see what's happening, and of course, move smart. But this is spiritual, not really physical. But what do you think, Gary, at this point?
The money's very physical.
Yeah, that's
the
physical.
money's very physical. So this is why I keep telling people all the time.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to do something that you have very strong passion about, the problem is most of those passionate things, they don't pay. Women's studies, that shit don't pay, no matter how good you get at it. You know, you could be the best artist in the world. You might not be able to sell anything. So you have to understand how to make money, because once you make money, let me tell you what happens. You get out the rat race.
Yeah.
You get out there. If I want to, I can fly to anywhere in the country right now and just chill there for a fucking week and not worry. I go to a grocery store and not worry about how much the shit costs. I just throw shit in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it is when you have a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not talking down to you like I usually do. But not in this moment. What I'm basically trying to tell you is time is running out.
Yeah.
It's not fair to the younger generation. It's not fair to your kids. It's not fair, but guess what? Doesn't matter. You have 4 to maybe 2 years. Because, I mean, 2027, you had that report.
Yeah.
They say, listen, it might be 2027, and my system verifies it. That's when you're in trouble. So maybe it's not 2029. Maybe it's 2027. But the thing is, it's coming very soon. You got maybe next year, unless you're in crypto, then you cooked. You got next year to do something with your life that you can make a big bag, because time is running out.
We got another article here. Scott Lewis?
Digital ID comes first because it builds the cage. Digital currency comes after because it locks the door. Without digital ID, they can't track you. Without the CBDC, they can't control you. Together, it's checkmate. That is why they roll out the ID before money. You don't give prisoners the key before the bars are up.
Ooh, that boy's spitting. There we go.
People like you and me.
By the way, this is the European Central Bank. Crooks, bro.
That broad right there is really into numerology.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's right.
Many people are a little worried about what will happen to them with the digital euro. Can you encourage them? Why is the digital euro good for people like you and me?
A digital currency where it has been piloted, and there is only one which is clearly now launched in a very small country, but it is piloted on a fairly large scale in China, is of use and of service to all citizens. So it is not something that is good for the elite, or is good for the young, or is good for some versus others. If it is well done and if it is well implemented, it would be of service to all citizens.
Many people.
That's crazy that they're going to implement something that everyone has to adhere to. but yet she's implementing it on the guise of if. Like, if it's going to affect every single citizen, you shouldn't even consider it if it's still on the basis of if. She's like, if it's implemented well or if it's implemented right. It just shows these people will take risk on your entire life. They don't even know if the shit going to work out.
They don't. but they know they have an agenda. And that's the rich, the poor, and the middle. So is anyone really safe here?
We're safer here than anywhere else.
No, in America, yes, for sure.
We're safer here than anywhere, especially here in Miami when we can carry.
Yes.
That's for all the haters out there.
I just think,
they get vocal
but to be fair, it's better to conceal than show, though. I just think it's just smarter. Because if I see you coming, I can see you coming. You don't see me coming, nigga. I'm like the Dark Knight.
That's done more for the protection of others, so they can see who has something and who doesn't. Conceal, you have to be more trusting of others. Where when you have it wide open, yes, it has that shock value, but that wears down very quickly. And people get normal.
Even with guns, we only have so much power. I mean, you got to think like our radio towers are military weaponized as well. Every radio tower has a sonic device in it that can emit a frequency that makes every human pretty much submit and get on their knees. There's a reason why AT&T has the most government contracts out of all these phone companies. AT&T gets paid for almost no reason whatsoever. They have these massive contracts with the government and limitless NDAs, all these secret security clearances for all their employees. They even have hidden doors in AT&T facilities that are connected to the NSA and the government.
Wow.
Like these things are actually weaponized.
Don't doubt that for a second.
Yeah, so I mean, there's many ways they can attack us outside of weapons. I mean, they know everything about us, man. They know how to weaponize frequency. We haven't even seen these people use these weapons.
It's very difficult to tame 370 million people. That's going to be very difficult no matter what technology they have. Because until they have robots and Terminators, they will put people down with no mercy because they have no conscience. American soldiers are not going to fire on American citizens. So that's the problem that despots had throughout history. You can't get your own people to kill your own people. That's the problem. They could never do it. But now, with this AI coming, now with this robot coming, program this motherfucker to take him out, and there goes your descent.
Yeah.
That's the difference now.
That's
it's
true.
Scary, oh shit! It's scary, but what isn't scary if you want a reading 98 or above, because we still capitalist here.
But fellas, the end result of this is not to scare you. Well, no, it's to scare you, nigga. But it's actually wicked to say, listen, you need to make money right now. You need to also pray for yourself and your family right now. Also,
I'm not too sure about
have
that
multiple passports. Well, I know you don't believe that. So you can escape if you need to, for your family. And keep in mind, fellas, America is great. It's amazing. I'm glad to be here. I'm sure you guys are too as well. But at some point, it's coming here too. So keep that in mind. All right. We'll do the first one here. This is from Dom.
Okay. Rapper Cardi B, Grammy Award-winning artist Cardi B going viral after claiming that men actually respect marriages more than women.
There we go. It's the big bad Cardi B. Cardi B.
Men actually respect marriages. Women don't really respect marriages.
You're saying outside of the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Like a man wouldn't come to you.
Yes.
Because he's like, oh, you've got your thing.
Yes, like, cause like when I used to meet guys, any type of famous guys and stuff like that, they'll be like, how you doing, Cardi B? Like this and that. My DMs were extremely dry. Nobody would approach me. But these women, they will throw themselves at a married man like it's nothing. It's like, oh well, whatever. And it's not because it was me. When I announced that I was single, oh boy. The DMs, every type of way they was trying to reach. But when they know that you're like in a marriage and like you have a family, they won't approach you. Man.
I would agree with that, low key. I think married men, I mean, not even just pushing propaganda for guys. I think married guys respect marriage more than women would. Won't really try to take a man's wife for the most part. Even when they do take a man's girl, most time dudes don't even know until after it's already over.
How many times she been knocked up by different dudes?
Only
3, 4.
Well,
how many?
I don't know.
She's a ran through fucking whore with a couple
I don't know the
fucking
exact
dollars,
number,
man.
But as known to date that we know of, maybe 2. But I will say this though, her saying this that men actually respect marriages more than women is actually funny because I'm not sure how many guys they may go low key or say, for example, let's say you were a chick, right? Niggas watch your girl. Obviously they won't do it in your face, but they'll be like, yo, this nigga's a weirdo. Don't mind him. I could take. Well, nah, fuck that. You go to jail right?
yeah,
Or
yeah,
you end up having to like go away for something. Your girl's there alone. What's gonna happen? You know, I'm cool with Dom, but he kind of weird sometimes. He talks about you behind your back. I wouldn't have to do that to you though, because you know I'm a real man. Shit like that happens all the time. Yeah. So they may respect it in front of you, but behind closed doors, bro, they be trying to hit your girl. Dead ass. So I mean, I get it, but
who you would think worse though, men or women? She's saying worse than women. So she's saying like when a dude is in a relationship, women throw themselves at you.
Yeah,
if you're married.
The chat's talking about Offset. What this bitch do to Offset?
Well, they were married.
Oh,
yeah,
they were. Did
married.
she cheat on him?
It's a whole long story.
It's a whole long story. It is, man. At the end of the day, listen, no matter what they say, this is a whore.
Hold on.
I don't give a fuck how much money she has. That's a whore.
You got to add in this point. This is allegedly, by the way.
Allegedly, she's a whore.
She had sex while pregnant. Nigga. If that's with somebody else. If that's true.
Thirsty fucking whore.
That is definitely diabolical. Allegedly. That's what was told. All right, what's the next one?
All right, developing. Barron Trump reportedly shut down an entire floor of the Trump Tower for a date. He took some girl I think he's going to college with at New York University and shut down the floor of his tower.
All right, is that some G shit? Is that G shit or is that some like other shit? Do you think it's simping or is it pimping?
Oh man, if it wasn't damn, that's a great one.
I'm telling you,
if it wasn't Barron, it would be simping. If it wasn't, it doesn't cost him a thing.
So does he get a pass?
Well, it doesn't cost him nothing. We take girls out to restaurants. I don't know if I could call it simping because it don't cost him shit.
Okay, no, Gary, is that simping or pimping?
No. Listen. He's flexing his hand. That's all he's doing, bro.
Let them know what time it is.
I am most possibly a future president of the United States. I don't think it's too early to start saying Barron Trump can be the president of the United States right after me. I don't think I think this guy has a legitimate chance. And then again, there's a lot of people who think he's a time traveler too.
Okay, chat, do you think Barron is big simping or big pimping? I'll give you my take on this, right? So most people think simping is you doing too much for a girl, and that's the end all be all. I'll say what simping really is. Simping is do things for a girl that you gotta spend maximum amounts of money, whereas to your detriment, and as well is giving them time access that you don't get back from that. However, in Barron's case here, this is his fucking home. This is his father's establishment. So it's a flex for him because this is for free. Yeah. You know what? Leave here today. I want this floor. That's some G shit. But y'all niggas, Roof Chris, Komodo, Nobu, and after that, nigga, you gotta pay plus tips. And guess what? At the end, you get no tip from her. Yeah. She's gone. So this to me is big pimping because this is his father's place. This is his place, bro. He can do shit for free and flex. Other niggas, they gotta pay. That's simple.
You are the son of the president of the United States. Not only that, a real Hollywood figure.
Real bad man.
Someone who's been around, who knows everybody.
Yep.
Bro,
real
you have
man.
access to everything. There's nothing in America you do not have access to. It doesn't matter if it's a bank, a school, a woman. Everything's fucking open.
Yep. Also, real bad man, Barron is. All I want to know is, did he smash?
Bruh.
That's all I want to know.
I mean,
did he smash?
He's born in the year of the dog.
Okay.
You know, the interesting thing about Barron Trump is if I was a time traveler, which a lot of people suspect he is, there's a lot of information about books in the past. Yeah. You know all about this stuff. So I would basically choose two parents who have the same sign as me. That's what I would do if I was the time traveler, because I try to get all the energy aligned. It just so happens that his mother's born 1970 year of the dog, and his daddy's born 1946 year of the dog, and he's born 2006, the year of the dog. And remember, the 2006 dog adds up to 8, just like the 305 podcast. So he's going to be a very powerful dog, as will people in that year. And we got a 94 dog, and they're really good at getting in the White House nowadays. Like most of the past presidents were dogs.
Yeah.
Now, why is that from a numerology perspective? Dog is the 11th sign. And again, you spell dog backwards, man's best friend is what? God.
Yeah.
So again, it's all there, every single level. So people who are dogs are basically rising up like this because they are attached to the 11th energy with the Aquarius. And we are in the age of Aquarius since 9/11 hit of 2021. It's all there if you're paying attention. So this guy right here, he's not only pimping, bro. He honestly might be a future president.
Yeah.
Okay. W. Barry, man. What's the next one?
All right. Breaking. Amazon is under backlash from basketball fans after they announced that they will allow NBA fans to connect their FanDuel account and display live bets and place bets on screen during NBA action.
Yo, I promise you, bro, this is the end of the world. bro. At this point, this is the end of the world. In what world is that fair? Bro,
Wow.
this is the end of the world, bro. It's coming to the end. What is
Yes,
this?
wow.
Niggas can do their own parlays, bro.
Yeah, betting is getting wild, bro.
Gary, you sports bet. Or is this fucking legal? Like, how is this possible?
I mean, yeah, it is actually legal.
What?
And quite frankly, most of you guys should not be betting out there. Most of you guys, like, I mean, it's like anything else. Most of you guys just lose. Doesn't matter if it's the stock market. Doesn't matter if it's crypto, Forex, gold, sports book. Most of you guys are losers. So I'm sorry. You guys should not do this. But there's always a certain percentage of society that will find a way to pull an advantage, a disadvantage to an advantage, and actually make money off stuff like that. Sports betting is one of them. Let me tell you something. There's some days that you can take a 3-teamer, like say there's 3 baseball teams down by 3 runs, and you put 300 on all of them to come back. Bro, you're talking about 35 bands off 300. 35 bands off 300 if it hits. Is it going to hit? Most likely not.
No. Yeah.
But if it does, bro, 335, that's life-changing money.
It is.
Not to anyone at this table.
Yeah,
but for most people.
I like this. But when it comes down to it, that's a lot of life-changing money to some people in West Virginia, Mississippi, Alabama. So it doesn't matter what you do in life. If you can be one of those guys that finds an edge like I have with numerology, like he has with news, like he has with influencing, these are professions that people cannot make money off.
Yeah.
You think people make money off numerologists?
Not
Only
at all.
off my back.
Nope.
You think people are making money
Nope.
posting news
No.
on Twitter?
They're not. They're not. Yeah, not too.
This guy knows the owner of platforms because he was influencing the same way. You think if you did that, you could?
Nope.
No.
Not even
So
close.
people here actually did it, but that's the beauty of America. If you work hard enough, you maneuver hard enough, you can make it happen. It is what it is.
Yeah, I just think this is bullcrap, bro. This is so unfair, bro. Like, if I'm a messed up person, bro, I would purposely, bro. This is crazy, bro. Can't believe this is actually happening.
All right. This one is interesting too. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot to say about this. So R&B singer Iviana uploaded a video breaking down over her frustration with her music, not bringing in any money despite having 100K Instagram followers, all because she won't start OnlyFans. It's crazy this comes in right after what you said. After you said, so it's perfect timing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go, Bill.
How fucking long do I have to keep doing this shit to make money off of this shit, bro? I got 100,000 fucking followers on Instagram. I have 50,000 followers on TikTok. Nobody wanna give me money. I don't wanna start an OnlyFans. My music career is fucking trash. I have 40 fucking monthly listeners. What the?
Okay.
So this is
cut this out. So this is a prime example of women panicking under pressure. Okay. This woman does not need to go on OnlyFans. This woman can go out there, get brand deals, and try to sell products. There's ways out, but she can't handle the pressure, so she's going to cry on TikTok. This is what you expect out of females. But I'm going to make this clear. Yo, girl, you can call me. I'm your neighborhood Jew, and I will make you some money, and then I'll take like 20, maybe 22% because you're a female. But I know, jokes aside, you can make this happen without taking off your clothes. We live in a society where men are simps to such a point that if you have a pretty face and you sell a product, they will buy it. Yeah. You don't have to take off your clothes. You don't have to do stuff like that. Yes, it's an easy way out, but at the end of the day, something we all agree on here, when it's that time to go, you're going to have to answer to somebody. Yes. We just all disagree about, well, not these two, but we disagree about who that is.
Yes.
But we're all going to answer to somebody. So if you take the easy way out, girl, you might not like the consequences that go with it. work hard, make your bag, and then you can look in your kids in your eyes like this and say, yo, I still have some self-worth. Because if not, you're going to be looking your past and be like, damn, are they going to find out? Are they going to find out? They're going to find out. That's a horrible feeling.
We had a girl come on the show yesterday. She's 20 years old. She looked innocent. Looked innocent. Pretty quiet, reserved. Kind of find out at the end of the show, we do a segment called Wifey or Not. We open up the actual Instagram pages. We go through their posts, their highlights, to see if they pass the test, wifey or not. She's a link in bio. Of course, link in bio. And we find an OnlyFans page, 20 years old.
How old?
And 20 years old. Now, mind you, at the same time, there was 2 girls on the panel that had OnlyFans before her. They were loud and proud about it. They said what it was. They had it before. Cool. She hid it the entire time. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you hiding it? You were so bold saying that the girl shouldn't do OnlyFans. Mind you, we did the same video reaction here, and she said, yeah, she shouldn't do OnlyFans. She should go find a job. But you have OnlyFans. And it goes to show, people are still feeling that they need to hide it because it is, wow, because, dude, imagine, you do OnlyFans, it's a stigma. But if you don't do OnlyFans, you're still good. But again, they want to make the money and still not have the morals. You can't do that.
Something else interesting on the whole video is the fact that for the regular people watching that aren't influencers and want to be influencers, it's really something cool that this shows that a lot of regular people never get the chance to see. You think, at least I did, you think when you get those followers, people just throwing money at you. Yeah. That, oh, I get to meet Will Smith. You just have all these crazy dreams of what fame is. Hell, even something cool with Sam Jones mentioned, nigga didn't even know how famous he was until he got validations. Most people, we don't even know how famous you are until you get, okay, that validates my position, that validates my position, that validates my position. It doesn't just all come to you like you think. You have to go hunt it, no different than if you're broke or poor. Like how you have to make connections, how you have to constantly grind and go viral. Like, it doesn't just come to you just because you get 100,000 followers. You're now competing yet again with the world, except at a higher level. You compete with everyone that has 100K and plus. Then you start to notice this niggas with millions of followers.
Translate this into woman.
Dom, you just said something very important there. We've been in the industry for a long time. People have followers, 1 million, 100K, and it looks good. It looks amazing. By the way, fellas, you can buy followers. It's no secret. You can buy followers, you can buy engagement, you can buy all that shit.
You can go to the IG and look at the views on the videos and tell if they're real followers or not real.
But you cannot buy conversion. Oh, I just said it one more time. You cannot buy.
No, you can't. It's over with.
So companies used to pay influencers. Okay, we'll pay you a certain amount of money to promote this product or service. Let's see the conversion. You know what happens to most creators? Can't sell shit. And then they say, okay, we'll end this contract. It's finished. The biggest scam happened a while ago. And it was some streamers that we know. I'm not calling any names because I don't call any names. But
can I do it?
No, not yet. They view-botted the majority of their audiences and sold companies, hey, look at my views. I bring on celebrities. Mind you, this is all a finesse because the views bring celebrities because they think it's popping. They come support the show. People start coming in, trickling in, little by little. Oh, company, look at me. Here's my views. Here's who I've had on. Sponsor me. And they get them a bag, but then kind of find out, wait, what's the ROI on this? What's the conversions? Nothing's happening. Why are they viewing 6K watching and only 1,000 people responding to the poll? Why is that? It's because, wait a minute, it's fake followers. Oh, shit. So we bought into somebody that lied to us. Oh, companies against Sparta now. So now, fuck the contracts. You have to work for this step by step, day by day. So this is where followers don't mean shit. It's the support from people that love you and respect you that goes all the way.
So these people are basically worrying about the wrong numbers.
Yes.
They're worrying about followers. They're worrying about live viewers. Where these are the actual numbers that people should be worried about. I ain't gonna show you because I don't want to hurt your feelings. But these are the actual numbers.
Gatekeeper
right here. But see, you guys don't know how to convert, and that is the main thing. Let me put this all in red pill terms. Because, sometimes you guys are hard of hearing. You don't understand what I'm talking about. So it's one thing to actually go up to the girl and talk to the girl and get her number. That's one thing. You guys are good at that. No issues. That's the same thing as getting followers. But when you actually do what this guy does all the time, when you actually hit that home run, that is conversion. That is the problem with you people. You don't convert. You just don't do it. You need people to teach you how. And we'll have a service for that soon too. You know.
So there's a business
that stereotype. I'm gonna put that out.
There's
there.
a business angle for creating, and then there's an angle of getting attention. You can't do the same. You can do one or the other, but to know both is almost impossible because you're new. You don't understand how things work, and there's a structure behind the content and in front of the content. You only see what's in front. You don't see the behind. But she's realizing now numbers are cool.
Yep.
But that don't mean shit, sweetheart. I'd rather have a small audience of 1,000, 500, even 100 that support my show than have 10,000, 100K that there's no conversion.
True.
Bro, companies are smart now. They don't dumb anymore.
Yeah, but like, is 100,000 really that much? You had how many on your IG?
Oh, 1 million.
Okay. You have how many on Twitter?
1.6. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got that on TikTok, and I got huge IG accounts. So I mean, let's be honest, little girl. 100,000 is not that many followers. We're still still on that B level ourselves.
Yeah.
The hell you think you are? You're like fucking D plus. If that, man.
But when you start from nothing, you assume, a lot of people, they assume when you get that amount of followers, your life changes. You get to just quit work and Hollywood's calling you. You have these delusions of what the other side is like.
Yeah.
Well,
some people think Wakanda's real too.
I think she's starting to realize that, like, yes, for some people it's true,
Yeah.
but not for most. But we'll continue. We'll continue. She's cooked, man.
Like the dumb
as they say, put the fries in the bag.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Put the
Dom.
All right. NFL fans have been reportedly furious over the league for selecting Bad Bunny to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. So he's headlining. And the problem really is because Bad Bunny has came out to be a strong supporter of LGBTQ over like the past, 8 years. He came out the closet. So he's super like flamboyant.
So this is a homosexual.
Yeah, definitely is. Definitely. He doesn't hide it.
I'm
not gonna hold you,
cool
bro.
on him, bro.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Bad Bunny is an icon. Now let me explain.
What?
He can, hold on, wait.
Doing what? Holding ankles?
Wait a minute. He's transcended beyond most rappers.
He did.
R&B artists, the top charting person
He is.
in the world, pretty much.
He's
Now,
Spanish. Yeah.
his dress code is gay. No, it's really gay. But we know, he does. He does
Another
actual.
black man in the dress.
Well, I think he's Puerto Rican. He does actual
enough.
stage shows looking like this in front of kids,
Yeah.
Disgusting.
men and women of all ranges of ages, and on TV. What is he promoting? T-ism. So to get his level to where he's at, you gotta do that shit, bro. You can't be just.
But what's the saddest part is that he started off like Lil Nas X without doing that. He started off looking like a regular nigga. That's the main problem, is that he gained a massive audience, gained a massive amount of kids that, started to follow everything he do, and then start putting a dress on. He didn't start off in a dress.
We know what happened.
But hold on.
We know what happened. So hold on. We know what happened. He got a certain level of fame, and then the contract was signed, and you got to steer the kids who are following you a certain way.
Yes.
We know what's going on.
Yes.
Pimp C revealed all this shit before they put him in the ground.
But his level of fame, you don't get there by being actually normal.
What's he, bigger than Drake?
Yeah, he is.
Really?
So his level
He
of
gets
fame.
more money than him.
Yeah, he gets more money. His level of fame
Yeah, that's crazy.
is beyond compare. Nobody touches Bad Bunny. But why is that? Look what he's wearing. Look what he's promoting. It's all an agenda. So
Send his ass to the Middle East. They know how to They know how to fucking do it. They know exactly how to deal with people like this, man. I'll send money to the Middle East, man. I got a fucking first fucking class ticket to Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, wherever you want to go, pimp. Iran. That's a really good place. Yeah. Tehran would really, really appreciate someone like you coming along.
But there you go. All right.
Bad Bunny.
All right, yeah, this is
type of
another. It's
homosexual
been a crazy
name is
week with
this?
news. Legendary rapper IceCube tour bus was bombed after Antifa mistook his hip hop tour bus for ICE authorities. So they thought it was like the government controlled ICE controlling the bus. They didn't know it was IceCube tour bus in Portland.
And they
goddamn.
Yeah, they bombed it.
Apparently bombed it. Yeah.
Yeah, firebombed it.
So
how stupid do you have to be to attack a rapper and think this is the federal fucking government?
Well, it's even worse because this is the same week that Trump designated ICE as a terrorist organization. So, like, damn, The week that these niggas say that you terrorists, you
who
bomb.
was the terrorist?
Antifa is designated as a terrorist organization. And they bomb a fucking rapper's bus, bro. That's not a good look for optics. The same week you're listed.
No. Oh shit.
Oh, here we go. We got Serena Williams here.
You guys can handle this one.
Serena Williams, legendary tennis player Serena Williams was extremely upset with the cotton plant inside this hotel.
Let's play it.
All right, everyone. How do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great. So actually, it feels like no polish remover cotton, natural.
So
like
this
you were
this
ever a
things.
slave.
There's a few things that
Yo.
she stole their shit for one. At the end of the day, you taking off their shit, man. You don't know how much that costs or whatever, and it's just a bad look for black people as a whole. You taking it off, walking off with it. But the main problem with this is they found out that she has a cotton plant inside her own fucking house, bro.
What?
Yeah, she has a cotton decoration in her house. And she had some story about how it was to honor the ancestors, what they went through. It's like, bro, if you can view that as an artistic piece, these people can too. And you probably the only one that's viewing it and connected it to slavery. Like, bro, it's just to go inside a luxury hotel, because I know she ain't in no motel, Serena Williams.
Yeah.
To get triggered over some shit like that and being at the top of the world, bro, is just pathetic, man.
So I didn't know she had it in her house, but this is the grasp at attention. That's all it really is here. Because, bro, you can't be that. Dude, it's cotton in a vase. Bro, I get it. There's history behind cotton picking. Our people apparently were the main proprietors of picking cotton.
What were my people doing?
Enslaving us. And I'll say this. At the end of the day, bro, Serena Williams is an icon. But this grasp for attention, bro, is unnecessary. It's just cotton, bro. Like it ain't that serious. You can buy it in CVS. So, bro, it ain't that serious, man. Honestly. So, whatever.
Yeah, people want to have a constant victim mentality, even though they're worth like $100 fucking million. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Theo Von, comedian, YouTuber, has his fans worried after he reportedly bombed his show. People were complaining about the show, and Netflix said it was his worst show yet. Organized by Netflix at the Beacon Theater in New York, and he ended his set by claiming he is trying to prevent himself from committing suicide. Theo Von said, "I'm having a long month. I'm trying not to take my own life."
Listen, I'm convinced, guys, the world's ending. When is Theo Von ever not funny and not on point? This is definitely diabolical, bro. Something's happening here. Let's play. Wow.
I don't know what to tell you about that, man. I'm having a long month. I'm trying not to take my own life. So I just want to get these photos. I don't know what to tell you about that, man. I'm having a long month.
Some people are saying that it's comedy and whatnot, but if he doesn't have a history of joking like that, I feel like, it's probably is somewhat a cry for help.
Who was the comedian that passed away that was always smiling?
Robin Williams. I think it was him.
Is a comedy a way to mask sometimes your emotions as well? Like to laugh it off, to like just play it off, but it really is still bothering you?
They said comedians and therapists are some of the most depressed people in the world.
That's what I've heard too.
So it's believable.
I've been around a couple of them actually, and they do laugh a lot, but you can tell it's from pain.
Yeah.
As in like the experience that they went through, like, oh shit, this happened to me, but I'm going to laugh it off, but it's still there.
And another thing with comedians, bro, I could admit, like their whole meta for reality is somewhat depressing. Because when you're around comedians, you've been around them, everyone around them, especially that nigga super lit and famous, everyone laughing at everything that nigga say.
Yeah.
Even if he on some serious shit.
Yeah.
And so like that shit gotta be kind of depressing, bro, to never be taken for real. Like,
bro, for example, right? I was hanging out with Michael Blackson for a couple of days. He was here in town, and I don't know what it was, but whatever he would do, it was just funny as fuck.
See?
I'm like, bro, this is funny.
See what I'm talking about? Yeah,
and then sometimes people like, no, nigga, I'm serious, nigga, I'm serious, nigga.
You can't put laughing at niggas.
Bro, what the fuck? I can't stop laughing. So I couldn't imagine. Yeah. Serious is like, bro, this is not funny. So I see what you're saying, because I try not to laugh, but it's just funny. You
can't help it, bro.
You can't help it.
So it got to be depressing. So yeah,
man, he literally looks like a fucking white trash to me. How the fuck is this Theo guy? The chat says he fell off.
Oh damn.
The chat says he fell off. Listen, I don't even. I've seen this guy a couple times ever since he started attacking people. But like, come on, man, you listen to this guy for any more than fucking 5 seconds, you understand he has the IQ of room temperature.
I never had problems with him. I know he blocked me on X in 2023.
Really?
Yeah, I never found out why. It's when I was brand new. I don't know. He might have fell for my bait and switch thread, but shit, super random.
I saw him at UFC events a couple times. He's just a regular white guy.
Yeah.
I don't see like that.
Beefed up her own security in response to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Swift is now protected by bulletproof glass because she claims that she fears She could be the target of a revenge attack, according to Radar. This is just absolutely disgusting, in my opinion, bro.
Really?
That she's using his death to, like, you know, bring attention on herself. There's nobody that's conservative that said, Kirk got shot, we got to get Taylor now. Who the fuck wakes up and think we need to kill Taylor Swift?
Yo.
Bro, it's just like these celebrities are so heartless. Everything is promotion and monetization to them at that level. It's crazy. She's no longer human. She's using everything as promotion.
That's content. Sounds
Sad.
familiar. Sounds familiar, actually. I'll say this though. Taylor Swift is the point where like she has the world by the balls.
Definitely.
But when it comes to hurting her, who's gonna hurt her?
No.
Like you said, maybe a crazy fan, maybe. But no one's targeting Taylor Swift.
Nobody.
Like, bro, she's one of the most beloved women in America.
It makes no sense.
Other than,
Listen, there's a lot of sick people in the world.
Yeah, they are.
And she is famous beyond belief. I mean, she's way past Beyonce at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, this is literally the queen right now.
Yeah.
And what you have to understand is when you're at that pinnacle of anything, there's sick people. So, I mean, listen, we can't get on her for security. What we can do is get on her for making it public. Why do you got to make it public, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Why do you got to do that? So you're doing that shit for clout.
Yep.
But this will be the same type of broad who will say that shit's beneath her. You understand? But yes, she does it. You could have hired 3 times as many security, even 4, whatever. You got the money, but you don't have to announce it because she wants to connect her name with Kirk, just like she connected her name with the Kansas City Chiefs, a professional football team. She's probably getting paid by the NFL in some fucking conspiracy. You know, there's speculation that Charlie Kirk and his wife are an arranged marriage. There's speculation. Maybe, just maybe, the Swifties and the NFL were merged by an arranged dating. And, you know, the NFL client and basically Taylor Swift, they're not a real couple. And they're basically doing this for clout. So now you have the NFL and the Swifties coming together and making money on both sides. So it could be an arranged dating just for clout. If she's willing to do this for a minuscule amount of clout, let's not put it past her.
Who's more valuable, you think, though, Gary? Taylor Swift or Charlie Kirk? Because to society itself, who's more valuable? Because she's framing herself like she's like on his level.
No, she's way past his level.
I agree. And in value exchange to the world, I think she would be
more
considered.
People know who she is than him. I would say probably 10-1.
Yeah.
I would say that she is way richer than him.
Yeah.
The only place that he would have more influence is males who are right wing.
Okay.
Every other place she would destroy the demographic.
Right.
Because let's face it, man. No matter what Jesus told you or Allah told you, people are worshiping idols.
They do.
And right now, she is one of the biggest idols on the planet. Which is why I said
I agree.
It's not beyond the speculation that the NFL is paying her to be a Chiefs fan.
But one thing I'll give her, I mean, I have to give Kirk still, God bless the dead, is the fact that she couldn't change elections. Everyone she's voted for, she didn't sway it at all.
Powerless.
With Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, Charlie Kirk has, you know, through proof, affected every election that he's been a part of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she does have more power to him in terms of the normies, but in terms of really weaponizing people, Taylor hasn't shown a really good way of doing that. But people are ready to get active for her.
You get the right people behind her.
She's going to fuck it up.
Yeah, she's going to fuck it up. So let's thank the Democrats for always fucking shit up and not understanding how to actually use their own weapons. Because Taylor Swift, if I was a Democrat, she would be my number 1 weapon. She really would. Because, you know, she can get all these women galvanizing for abortion very, very quickly. And believe me, it's not that difficult to emotionally charge a woman because, you know, that's why they gave women the 19th Amendment. Because women are easily emotionally manipulated by the government.
Yeah.
They get them to do whatever the fuck they want. It's that simple.
That's true. All right, breaking news. No?
Yeah. Oh, this one right here, the breaking 9/11. I didn't even notice that was post. U.S. Senate adjourns for the night. The government shuts down at 12:01 a.m., so it's shut down about, 31 minutes ago.
Also, they mentioned there was mass resignations over 100,000. Is that true?
I think, we had a lot of resignations happen about every shutdown because with shutdowns, you normally have like pay cuts and people moved in different departments. I think a lot of it have to do with Doge because the Trump administration is bringing a mass amount of people that Elon Musk fired back this week. We're bringing back like 60,000 people that Elon fired back to the Washington. Okay. So I'm sure that's going to affect it. I don't see it lasting no more than 2 weeks.
And it's interesting. So it's a 4-day, and numerology 4 is the number of the government, and they shut down the government on the 4th day. Very interesting how that works, man. And people would ask me, Gary, you think, people did that on purpose? No, I actually don't. I think the Matrix is so supreme that that the energy's there when things like that happen. It is what it is. Yeah, let's get to this guy over here.
So this is a problem. It needs to be dealt with before it becomes a bigger problem.
Go down a little bit. Read what this guy says.
All right, now.
Here we go. This is a problem and it needs to be dealt with before it becomes a bigger problem. Muslim leader says America need to understand Sharia law is greater than the Constitution. Therefore, Muslims are above the law.
Listen, to all my Muslim friends out there and family, love you guys. But this is crazy. like where is this okay? This is not okay. Look. I remember the Bible says, when in Rome, give the Romans the honor. Meaning, wherever you go, give them the respect of their tradition. For example, what's set up already before you came there. The government established, give them respect. This is saying, fuck your respect. We're better than you niggas. That's what they're saying right now.
It's way beyond that. Of course. These people are basically doing a cultural invasion. And the reason they can actually do it is because they use their women as weapons. Here in the West, we have the 19th Amendment, and women can have sex and keep their legs open 24/7 and just get an abortion. For a Muslim woman to commit an abortion would be pretty much suicide. They would not do anything like that, even close to anything like that. And I'm talking about 99% of them. So what happens is they come in here, and then they start multiplying, and every generation they start changing the demographics until they actually get what they want. Because that's what happened in Dearborn, Michigan. They're over 50% of the population in Dearborn. Now, is that a problem? No, but it becomes a problem when they start having their call to prayer at 5 o'clock in the freaking morning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're not all Muslims here. But see, they don't care because they think they're above the system because that's what their book teaches them. So this is what I propose here. I'm not a Christian. I never will be. But this is a clear and present danger to America. I say we take away that secular government stuff and we actually name this a Christian nation, because if we do, this can be stopped. This needs to be stopped, because if it's not stopped, it's going to spread, for lack of a better term, like a cancer. And it's going to infect the host, where this could possibly be an Islamic nation within 50, 60 years. This is how it starts. Yeah. So again, I don't believe in your Jesus. I don't do all of that. But if we actually make this a Christian country, then this will be treated the same way in America as you going to, Saudi Arabia, or you go into Iran and start preaching about Christianity. You think they're going to tolerate that? No. So why should we tolerate this? We shouldn't.
That's a good point. So I'll say this, man. I think at this point, if we don't stop this from happening now, I mean, it's gonna be too far gone. Dude, they multiply so quickly, bro. They have kids like crazy, and I don't blame them, because I mean they should multiply, but it's kind of like just taking over off of their terms only. So I mean, it's bad, bro.
It wasn't until about 1990 that Muslims were even allowed to hold elected office. That's a fact. Yeah. They repealed the bill in 1952 that essentially, for lack of a better, wording, barred Muslims from holding office. And the first Muslim we had in power was in 2007. Look how much things have changed. We have Muslim enclaves every single place. And here's the thing. On the individual level, there's nothing wrong with Muslims. We all have Muslim friends. Yeah. I have Muslims in my family. The thing is, they are not giving us the best of the Islamic world. You think Dubai is giving us their best? You think Kuwait is giving us their best?
No.
You think Saudi Arabia is giving... Bro, they're opening the prisons and sending them over here. The Muslim Brotherhood is banned in most Arabic nations. Why is it allowed to thrive in Canada, in the UK, in America. Why?
Yeah,
it makes absolutely no sense until you understand there is a shift in 2023. And this, without going through everything, this is the end result of this shift right here. I'm telling people right now, the Zionists are an issue. This is an issue as well. Do not just be one-sided when you talk about this. Because when it comes down to it, we have a standing army here that's growing, and then we have a parasite.
Yeah.
Which do you want to deal with? A standing army or a parasite? The parasite can be dealt with, honestly, kind of easily.
Yeah.
All it has to have is awareness. This right here is a problem in Russia, in New Zealand,
UK,
in Australia,
Canada.
Every single so-called Christian white nation is having to deal with this. And you know what? As much as we talk about Gaza, and again, what's going on in Gaza is murder. Yo, what's going on in Nigeria, Dom? How many Christians are being killed?
I think they had over 14,000 or so.
14,000. Over 100,000 in a decade. Christians, and it's not the white man killing them. It's not the IDF killing them.
Muslim.
There you go. And Ukraine, you have pretty much the biggest white genocide going on in the past 80 years. White people dying. You said a story about someone you know who picked up and died in the war. Yeah. Even you know somebody.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to start pressing murder, if we're going to start using words like genocide, let's start looking all over the place instead of one specific place. I'm not downplaying it. I'm basically telling you there are black people who are being murdered in Africa. No one gives a fuck.
Not at all.
No one gives a fuck when people like this are dying. Quite frankly, no one gives a fuck when people look like me who are dying in Ukraine. Unless they have Muslim blood, no one seems to give a fuck. Am I lying? Am I lying?
Nobody cares.
That's what you need to ask yourself. Am I lying? Murder is murder, but do not elevate someone above the else. We'll get to the reading soon.
We got two more here. Yeah, that's definitely it's sad, bro. Very sad.
And this was what you had spoke on.
Let's go.
It is being reported American Christians are forced to hear the Islamic call 5 times a day from over 20 mosques in Dearborn, Michigan.
Who wants to hear this?
That's crazy, man. Jeez.
Who wants to hear this shit?
This shit is getting bad, man.
I'm going to be quite frank. I don't want to hear your church bells either. To be quite frank. But, church bells on Sunday.
It's American.
I get it.
It's American.
This 5 times a day? Bro.
This is getting bad.
Fresh. Are you going to put up with an Islamic call to prayer 5 times a day?
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to bed. Set my alarm. After this shit. Then I'm going to wake up. Leave my actual living space where this is going on. And go somewhere else. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to complain because this is fucking annoying. That's what I'm going to do. What are you going to do?
Move out.
That's
about the only thing.
I do have an interesting story about Dearborn, Michigan. I'd like to make it public today. Before the Groypers came, before a whole bunch of David Irving came, there was a guy by the name of Henry Ford. The guy who started Ford Motor Company. Yep. And Henry Ford was the biggest anti-Semite of his time. Mm-hmm. He basically hated Jews. Yep. Absolutely hated them. So I want you to understand to the depths these people go to. Do you know where Henry Ford spent a majority of his life? Dearborn, Michigan. So do you have any if you understand what's going on and you connect the dots, they basically made Henry Ford's home a Muslim enclave to slap him in the grave, bro.
Damn.
That's what they did. They literally had a Muslim enclave built on top of Henry Ford's adopted city as a slap in the face to him in death.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cold.
That's how it works. Listen, you kind of got to enjoy the irony here, bro, because he would not have recognized his own city 100 years later. And this is what those people do. This is exactly what they do. So again, I'm trying to show you how people in positions of power laugh.
Yeah.
This is funny to them.
No, you're right.
They talk about this in country clubs.
They're like, we did this shit.
Yeah, we did this to you.
Yeah. You can't do shit about it. That's crazy.
100%.
What's the next one? Yeah,
That was the last one.
No. Okay, that's the last one. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do readings now. You guys some readings 90 and above on Gary's channel, of course, Rumble. But I'll say this though. This whole thing with Muslims coming in, taking control, we're allowing it to happen.
Yeah.
So it's on us. Allowing it to happen. So I mean somebody wants it to happen. So yep.
It's coming.
It's wild. All right. Crypto Savage 1000 says, born July 27th, 1995. My girlfriend is born year 1999.
Pigs.
My enemy year going bad. Feeling off all year. Got not one, but 2 speeding tickets for the first time in my life. Oh, shit.
Worst thing happening.
Listen. You're in your enemy year. Dom was just there last year.
Yeah.
You know, enemy years hit everything. See, that's the one thing about astrology, numerology. It's a very fair system. Once every 12 years, somebody gets hit. You know, and it's not just people. That's the mistake people make. They think it's just people. It's also things. Remember, Spirit Airlines, bankrupt twice, founded in pig year. Hooters, bankrupt, founded in who year? And we had someone else join the list. Starbucks. Founded in 1971, year of the pig. Again, just closed a whole bunch of stores in its enemy year. So what you have to understand is this is not something you're going to want to hear, but you got to lay low. Second, you're also in the 7-year cycle. Not good. So you're talking about things aren't going your way. You think things are going Elon's way?
Oh, yeah.
He just got hit on the Epstein list. He's in the 7-year cycle, enemy year 2. So my friend, you got to expect that allies are coming this year. Here's the good news. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. When your birthday hits next year, you're going to be the 8-year cycle. Then 2027's coming. That's going to be a very positive year for you because you're a pig and that's born in the year of the goat. As for your girlfriend, you got to kind of give me your whole birthday. But just based off the fact she's 99 and you're in 1995, cat pig, that's actually a good combination. But I would need the rest of the birthday, which isn't there.
Okay.
Who's next?
We got next Debbie Maza. Actually, no. We got somebody before her. All right. 1 second here, guys.
Yep. We'll have someone pull it up in a second.
We have here K Primo. My birthday is 8/24/82. Oldest daughter is 2/21/2014. Youngest daughter 8/27/2018. What is the best way to build a strong bond with both of them? And his youngest one a 20 at life path.
I mean, listen, you already kind of did it. You're born in 1982, the year of the dog. You have a horse child, 2014. And you have a dog child, 2018. So, I mean, I think you've done very well. I mean, quite frankly. Obviously, look at the guy. You know, he's not talking about money. He's basically talking about family first. Look on the day he's born on, 24th. 2 and 4 is 6. Again, that home and family. The best way to build a bond, I mean, let me look at your daughters here real quick. Boom, boom. Doing math. 3 life path. Next one. 1 life path. So you have a 3 and a 1. The 1 is going to be more of a leader. People who are 1s basically have a lot of male energy, whether they're, men or women. It doesn't really matter. As for your first daughter, she's going to be the more attractive one, the more funny one, the one who's going to be more stubborn and moody. But if you're asking me how to build bonds with them, they're outdoorsy types. These are like somewhat tomboys. So those are activities you can do with them. And I'm looking at your numbers. You'll probably have a love-hate relationship with the first one, but you should definitely bond very, very well with the second one.
So I don't see any issues. And you're asking me if the last one's a 28. She definitely has 28 energy. And congratulations to your boy Waller, who just have a baby born on the 28th.
Shout out to him.
I wonder if that's a coincidence, but regardless, it's going to increase his bag big time, because that's what happens when you have babies born on the 28th. Happened to me. It's definitely going to happen to Waller. Putin showed us how it's done. He has a daughter born on the 28th, and Elon Musk's last kid was born on the 28th as well. As a matter of fact, Grok, the AI system for Twitter, basically admitted that there is something very, very interesting about numerology, to the point where it backs Gigi's claims that 28 is the number of wealth. 9 billionaires who are 28 in the top 100. That beats the percentages by over 300%. Grok can't explain it. And then when we go to the Fortune 500 companies, we got Apple. We got a whole bunch of companies that have Vanguard. We have a whole bunch of companies with that 28 energy. Grok again admitted that that was very, very interesting. And because it's so much above the law of probability when it comes down to that law of percentages, Grok did admit that numerology and astrology, at least GG33's version of it, is real. Now we're going to get ChatGPT and the rest to do it. And you know what? The funny part is, these AIs, they haven't said anything about backing religion at one time. Doesn't matter what religion it is. They haven't said there's any proof to back any of them. But we're getting to the point where AI is backing numerology. So when I tell you guys, within 20, 30 years, the belief system of numerology will surpass religion, I'm not kidding. It's coming. The Muslims say they're going to convert my kids. No, I'm going to convert yours.
All right. We got Debbie from Australia. Hi, guys. Watching from Australia. Gary, I'm on Life Path 11. Interested in starting a YouTube channel starting on November 8th. Any suggestions? Enjoy your show and numerology.
November 8th. That would be a one day. I see you're trying to get 28 energy slick. I don't see any issues with it. I wish you gave me your full birthday, because I could do a lot more. But based off you just being an 11, you got to tap into that charisma. That's what it comes down to. I mean, how does a schmuck like Aiden Ross get all that money for streaming? He's born on the 11th. I Show Speed is an 11. So when it comes down to it, doesn't mean if you go to the past, Hulk Hogan born on the 11th, Joe Rogan born on the 11th, it's there every single time. So yeah, I think that's something that every 11 could do. Quite frankly, my kid's an 11, and he's going to start doing streaming very, very soon before the snake year ends. So yeah, I wish you would give me more, like the actual birthday. I can do a lot more for you.
All right. We have here as well, ZC says March 30th, 2007 from the UK.
That's an L already.
How do I
That's an L already, bro.
How do I make that bag? I'm also antisocial. But you mentioned that threes need to network. Plus, would you recommend to get those nose surgery this or next year?
No, sir. What?
To get nose surgery. He wants to get nose surgery. Nose surgery.
Bro. Stop.
He's from the UK, man. Come on.
Stop.
Some slack. He's from the UK.
Stop. Listen, you want my honest opinion how to make money? First step is get the fuck out the UK. You literally have communists who want to charge you for rooms. I heard that if you're a homeowner over 60 and you have more than 3-4 rooms, the government's going to start charging you a tax for having too much space in your home. This government is out of control. So the first thing you have to do is get the hell out of, the UK. Now, where would you go? Obviously, America is the top destination you can go. You can go to Canada. You can go to Australia. Get the hell out the UK. That's number one. Number two, you have to be a networker. That's what you'd have to do. You're born on the 30th, and if you don't have that ability to network, you're cooked. You're never going to reach your full potential. Right before I started the podcast, I put people on the phone who were billionaires and put people on the phone who I'm trying to do business with. That's what I did. That's because I can network with the absolute fucking best of them. I'm not the only one. He can too. He can too. That's a skill we all share.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why we're here all together. You need to do that yourself. Now, the issue is you're born in a pig year. This is snake year. You have to wait till mid-February next year until the snake year ends for you to start making your moves. Because right now, if you try to move, imagine being stuck in quicksand.
Oh.
And trying to fucking move and trying to make progress. You're in your enemy year. Dom, how much did you make in your enemy year?
It's none. Even when you like make deals and shit, you have problems with it. I had problems with everything I did, even the successful shit. I had more complaints than anything positive.
So again, we're talking about a guy in the business, a guy who's very successful, and he's telling you he couldn't get around his enemy year. I couldn't get him around my enemy year. I'll tell you exactly what happened to me. I thought I got pretty unscathed in my enemy year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was December 30th in 2019. I tried to use my PayPal card. What? What's going on? I got like a less than 2% return rate. And at that time, I pretty much kept my money on PayPal. Paid my employees that way.
Yeah.
They shut down my account. We're talking about a lot of money, bro. We're talking about good high six figures, bro. They shut me down. So that happened to me the end of my enemy year. Now I got to figure out, how am I going to play my fucking employees? Because I'm paying my employees through there. What's going on? So that's what happened to me. No one goes unscathed in their enemy year. It is what it is.
All right. We have Czar, which is Leonardo Wiltshire, says, "Hi, Gary. I'm watching from South Africa. Born December 29th, 1997. I'd like to know my strengths, weaknesses, and possible ways to make money." Okay.
Strengths, you're a very good capitalist. Strengths, you have a lot of charisma. Strengths, you're attractive. Strengths, you're very good at body language. Strengths, when it comes down to it, people who are Capricorns are extremely good at making and manifesting money. That is one of your skills in life. You're also disciplined, at least more than most people. Weaknesses, arrogant, emotional, controlling. I mean, I can go on and on with that. But here's what you have to understand. This is a good year for you to start things. But after your birthday hits, you're going to be in a 5-year cycle. In a 5-year cycle, it's about travel and change. So what you need to do throughout 2026 is travel and move, my friend. Then you have to understand in 2027, that's not going to be a good year. And what you have to understand is for all the enemy sign combinations, snake, horse, ox, goat is the absolute worst. All you got to do is ask Adolf Hitler. I know he's very popular nowadays, even though he lost a goddamn war. But he started losing that war in 1943. And 1943 is a goat year, his enemy year. So that's really the year you have to watch out for. As a person, I think you should be in some sort of management to building position where you can build companies because you're good at making money. It's going to come down to this. Can you control your emotions and not let them control you? That's what it's going to come down to. If you can do that, you're going to have a very, very good life and you're going to look extremely good even in old age. So there you go.
All right. We have up next, let's see here. Jacob Jadell says, "Hi, guys. Gary, I'm on 9 Life Path. 4/17/1986. Living in Spain. I'm in trading stock business, building my wealth. Divorced for birthday. Okay, he divorced, I guess, his wife here. 2/24/1987. What's the best woman for me to build with a good relationship? All the best. Thank you."
So, you're a 9 Tiger born on the 17th. You divorced your wife. I'm going to assume you cheated on her. You are a Tiger after all. Yeah, money's not going to be an issue for you, bro. I mean, your money goes up and down, but as you get older, you're going to get richer. You're not going to have an issue with money. The issue with you is going to be keeping the family because you've consistently chose money over fam. I'm looking at your, ex-wife and stuff like that. She's definitely selfish. There's no doubt about that, but she was good with home and family. She probably wasn't doing a good enough job in the bedroom. I see that's probably an issue there. But when it comes down to it, since this marriage didn't work for you, find yourself a 98 Tiger. Find yourself a Megan Fox. Here's the issue, though. As a female tiger, she might be in love with you for 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, who knows? One day she's going to wake up, she's not going to be in love. She's going to dip. She's literally going to Megan Fox you. Even though that is who you do best with, I would honestly advise you to have a prenuptial agreement. Do whatever you can to protect your bag because you're highly sexual. That's never going to change. And it's going to be very difficult for you to stay loyal to one woman. He's probably shitting his pants like, how'd you know all this shit? I can look at your birthday and tell all this, bro. At some point, you got to make that decision if you're going to put family above money. And that comes down to you, my friend. Other than that, if you want to live life as a tiger, that's what I honestly see you doing. I think you're going to do very well in what you want out of life. But remember, money's not the most important thing. At least it's not to me, because if it was, I would have sold out a long time ago. I would have been what these fucking people say I am, and I would definitely be a fucking billionaire.
Facts.
It is what it is.
All right. That was the last one on the list.
Well, we did have Debbie. You know that woman didn't give her the year she was born. She added another $50.
Give it to me.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, I saw that. I caught that right
There we go, Debbie.
Yep.
November 6th, 1974. There we go.
November 6th, 74. So we have an 11 life path tiger and a Scorpio. Yeah, so these ones keep in good shape. These ones definitely keep in good shape. An 11 Scorpio tiger, I don't care, how old she is. She's definitely going to be one of those. I'm looking at you, and I can tell that you've definitely had some disappointment with the family. I can tell that right away. I can tell that you've chosen maybe the wrong people and things of that nature. But here's the best news I can give you. Okay? Your best years in your life come in your golden years. There's some people in life who do very well in the beginning. Justin Bieber, things like that. There's some people who excel in their fucking 30s. Andrew Tate's one of them. Yep. And there's some people who excel in their 50s and 60s. You are going to be one of those people who excels later in life. Quite frankly, so am I. Okay. Let's just put it this way. You will enjoy the fruits of your labor, but it's just not going to come to you like it does to other people. Give it a couple more years. Everything will turn out just fine and dandy. Quite frankly, your best skill in life is your ability to look at people's eyes and tell if they're lying. That's just one of those things you can do. And if you ask me how to make money, I'd probably tell you through real estate. So it is what it is.
Awesome.
All right. There's one more here. Let's see.
God damn, man. I'm working with two black people and I'm the slave. Like, what the fuck?
Times have changed, Gary. Times have changed. This is amazing. No more cotton.
Nah, things haven't changed that much. You ain't light skin, bro.
Man, no more cotton.
The fuck that say?
Okay, so this is YKM28 on Rumble. He says, "Hi guys, my birthday is February 1, 1998. From Q App Tiger, third life path, lucky number 28. Any advice? And will I be rich one day? Love from Kuwait."
Kuwait, we got a lot of Middle East love. A lot of Middle East love. And I want to make this clear. When I talk about Muslims, I'm not talking about the best and brightest ones. I'm talking about the very, very bottom of society that is sent here to the U.S. and Western culture. Not something, even Kuwait won't fucking accept these people. Yeah. And we have to. They're a lot smarter than us in a lot of ways. He said 2-1 what year?
So his is actually...
a 3 life path tiger, born in the 1st. So again, you're definitely going to be rich. I can see that very quickly. As a matter of fact, those 98 tigers, they have got that bag very early in life because they got that 8 on the back end, just like I got that 8 on the back end. So when it comes down to it, I like the 98 tigers, and I like their possibilities to become rich a lot quicker than most 1986 tigers. 1986 tigers tend to be the more family ones, obviously not all of them, but much more as a whole. When I look at your birthday, is this another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have. You want some advice? Don't let anyone hold you back. Fucking go balls out, bro. Because you have one of those birthdays where if you're gonna succeed in life, you got to be very aggressive. I'm not telling you to go fucking whip anyone's ass, but you should be intimidating. You should do things of that nature. We all know you're a rebel. I mean, he is born on Myron's birthday. So he's going to be a freaking rebel. But at the end of the day, my friend, understand this. You are different. You're not supposed to conform. If you conform, then you will be depressed. You have to go against the grain. And when it comes down to that, you have to be very aggressive at it too.
All right. Well said. All right, fellas. This was W Show. Dom, where can I find you?
Find me on Twitch, Dom Luker, also Twitter and YouTube.
All right. You can find me, guys, on YouTube, Fresh Prince CEO. Vlog dropping on Friday. And, of course, we're going to do some more shows here on Fresh and Fit tomorrow and, of course, Friday. And, Gary?
Fresh and Fit Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 305 Tuesdays, and Thursdays. See, we give you the content. We give you the content. Most of these other guys are lazy. They'll give you 2 hours. We do come a little bit late sometimes, but
or nigga time.
That's more of these guys than me.
But guys, do us a favor. The channel on YouTube actually is the 305 Pod. This actually is going up in numbers. We need 10K subs, man. We're on the way. Go support channel, man. Sub the channel on YouTube.
Yo, I got like 250,000. What are you guys doing? You can't like this. I mean, you need to follow this channel right now.
At least.
I mean, please.
It's at least.
No. We're over here tap dancing for you. You can go follow the channel. Other than that, if you want readings, gg33readings.com. If you want GG33 classes, go to WAP. It's all there. And again, if you don't know who I am, I don't know what to even tell you at this point.
All right, guys. Show sponsored by Q App. Peace. We're out of here.